Hey guys, this is Joey, and I'm here to show you this do-it-yourself pond filter that I made. It's actually made using a bucket of Tidy Cat's litter, believe it or not. Pretty simple, low cost, as you can see, simple construction. I'm going to go through the materials really quickly. Inside, I used a piece of broken tile to weigh down the material, which is actually what used to be the guts to a pillow. It looks dirty, but that was actually the color of the material that they used to stuff the pillow. It's an old pillow, so I spent no money on it. I just cut it open and pulled it all out. This is a half-inch input connected to a 3/4 inch 90-degree elbow. It actually comes in right here at the top, so you can see. I cut the holes open using a 3/4 inch drill bit. If you don't have that, you can just trace the pipe and cut it out with an X-Acto knife. The bucket's pretty soft. On this side, this pipe will actually go down to the bottom, with leaves a little space about this big to make sure the water can come up without interruption. This is a T-joint right here in the middle, which leads out to a 3/4 inch output pipe, which was input the same way as it was on this side. Now, if you notice, this side is lower on the bucket, and this side is towards the brim. That's because I want it to fill in and pour out a little quicker, so I don't want it to run the risk of overflowing. I also left the top of the T open so that if it does get blocked up with any kind of buildup or growth or just gunk in general, the water can just pour over the top and leave instead of overflowing. This I actually put in because I was testing it, and I noticed that the water was overflowing anyway, with the media being clean and all. So I extended the pipe up a little bit more to increase the pressure upwards and make sure the water comes out filtered. Because if the water comes out after just floating over the surface, it's not getting filtered. So I need it to go down and then come up the pipe to make sure it's getting filtered through the media. Essentially, you can use anything to weigh this down, so that won't be a problem. If you don't have any tile, that's fine. Um, for aesthetic purposes, I did paint the bucket gray. I used Valspar Stone Effects. This is actually called Ancient Ruins, if you want to get that one. But essentially, you can use any one. For outdoor use, they recommend that you get a clear coat for this to make the paint more durable. This is actually arts and crafts and indoor use. This is this pipe here, sorry, is a 5-foot length of half-inch tubing, clear tubing. You can get it black, white. I think I saw a roll of pink. I don't think you guys are going to get that. Um, this connects to that half-inch section, which is actually ribbed specifically for piping. See if I can get that clearer. And it will go to this fountain pump. This is a 3 to 500 gallon per hour fountain pump by Smart Pond. If you want to get that, it actually has adapters, if you can see that right there. It goes 1/4 inch, 5/8 of an inch, or 3-inch tubing. So depends on the pipe. Depends on the tubing. You can get between 3 and 500 gallons an hour. And it has a 15-foot cable. Now this little setup, the bucket was free. The pump was about $40, and the tubing was 43 cents a foot. I bought one tube of 3/4 inch pipe that was $1.50, and each joint, which there's only 3 joints, was about $2. And oh, sorry, I forgot to explain. This last joint is a 45-degree 3/4 inch joint. pointing downward. And everything's sealed off with silicone, so there's no leakage. And this filter is going into my aviary, which I also built myself. I'm going to make another video explaining that. And inside the aviary, if you like that, there's going to be a little pond right there on the left. So I'm going to make a little video about how I make that and how I connect the filter. And also I'll go over the birds a little bit in the next video. Alright, thanks so much guys. Hope you enjoy.